If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. first and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Going up top. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Denver. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Herbert to throw on second down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain there of 15. First down, L.A.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He's going to air this out for Davis.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Courtland Sutton. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. 3rd down coming up. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man is Davis. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's hard! And he will go all the way. Tyler Conklin, touchdown LA. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Broncos with the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Second down. Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's going to run it.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Herbert. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. It's a big one for the Chargers. And even 30 yards. On 1st down, Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown Chargers. Kicker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers are on top. It's 14-10. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A run now with McLaughlin. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Give him 10 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We're starting to see it back right now, Mike. That's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
A 1st down throw for Nix. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Here's Herbert. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Open man downfield, it's Franklin. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Davis now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
That caught by Davis. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. To throw, it's Herbert. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now Herbert again. That is caught by the tight end. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Broncos. Throwing, Nix. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Nix now on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Broncos 17.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And no run back here. It's a touchback, but with the new rule in effect, with the ball bouncing in the landing zone, they'll start this drive at their own 20. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. He gets free. Inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead.
Broncos 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He connects with Mims. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Lutz for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Conklin goes in motion. Now a handoff, running right. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 35.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He's going to force his way for a yard or two. But looks like this one's going to be coming back. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, it's Davis downfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
First down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them and will bring up 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A pickup there of 13, and the Chargers have the first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Herbert to the air again. Coming free is Conklin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Ladd McConkey, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Ladd McConkey! Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dicker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the time. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try to run. He's going to have a Broncos 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, The defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. That's complete, taken in by Franklin. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. They get 24 on that one. First down, Broncos.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. A tight end in motion now. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing third down at the moment. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to...
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You've got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Off he goes.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Herbert. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
One final chance for this defense, and here's 3rd down. Herbert. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position, a huge chance to cut into the deficit.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go. And the Chargers tack on one more to their lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and come away with the victory.